UFC, baby.
I heard earlier today the UFC signed Ranier DeRitter, so I was just wondering what went into that decision and what are your expectations for him?
I don't know about that. You have to ask Sean or Mick about that. Yeah.
He made headlines again talking about any update on Zhang Weili when we might see her? Is that kind of just contingent on that?
We literally just met with her last week before. We literally met with her the day before or the day of going to Ireland. But yeah, we'll be announcing something with her soon.
Awesome. Thanks, Dave.
Volkov released a statement saying, "I have to inform you that my fight on October 26th in Abu Dhabi is canceled due to my knee injury. I will try to return to the gym and fight as soon as possible. So stay tuned and thank you for your support and understanding."
There was some dude just a few months ago. There was some dude here in Hollywood, Florida, that was running around that looked just like you. It wasn't you though, but he looked just like you.
Wasn't me, bro.
I know, and he got into a fight with Marvin Vettori at the casino. Yeah, and he looked like you, but I know it wasn't you. But he got into a fight with Marvin Vettori, and I just wanted to, see if you heard anything about that or that guy that did that.
He's a good-looking guy. That's all I know.
That's what I heard. I heard he looked just like you, though, bro. But
did he do well? Did you find that he did well in whatever happened?
Man, I just saw the same videos you guys saw. I was with Jared Mearshart playing with him and his son on a game console, but I just saw the same videos. Yeah. I heard Marvin got hit up on at the hard.
Do you know what Marvin did to entice that guy to do that?
I heard he started it. He was running around acting a fool, cussing, trying to hit other people.
Hey man,
that's what I heard.
I feel like Henan Fajeda right now is a bigger win than if we were to fight a Stipe again, right? Where they're at in their careers, right? Like when you look at resumes, the name Stipe on your resume is huge, but where they're at in the quality of the wins right now in their career, I think Henan's a bigger win right now than what a Stipe would be.
Yeah.
be a war. It's going to be a great fight.
Salut à tous, c'est BSD. J'ai hâte d'être samedi soir. Ça va être la guerre, gros guerrier en face.
I'm ready. So don't miss September 28th. I'm loving Paris, and I know you guys are hating me, but after the fight, I always have something to say. So thank you so much, everybody that's gonna show up to the arena.
Et je suis prêt, ça va être engagé, prêt à vous donner tout ce que j'ai samedi soir. Us.
I am expecting a war, and that's going to be a good fight for the fans.
With you saying you're in when it comes to boxing, I just wanted to read a quote about you and the UFC from Eddie Hearn earlier this year. And he said, "The reason their business is so successful, and I'm envious of it, is fighters sign a central contract. It's not a case of you're told, who you're told you're fighting and we'll see you there. There are no arguments or renegotiations. It's a case of, all right, you versus you, that's the fight, see you there." And then they go out and announce it. And I think he's talking about you, would struggle to come to terms with that lack of control that you have in boxing. And I think he's talking about when, sometimes in boxing, fighters would get a piece of the back end with pay-per-view and, fighter pay. There's differences between boxing and MMA. Do you have a response to that quote? It's from earlier this year in 2024.
Eddie Hearn is dead on. I absolutely agree with everything that he said. I have a plan, I'm going to implement that plan and we'll see how it works. We'll see how this thing works. People have been talking about the demise of boxing for 30 years and we're still here talking about boxing right now. I have always had an idea of how I thought it should be done. I don't know if that's possible, but we're going to find out. I'm coming in guns a-blazing.
You've got like UFC, Contender Series, Slap. Would you have space to do boxing as well, or would you have like a figurehead to kind of run it for you?
I'll build the offices right here at the Apex. The offices will be here. We're already doing construction here, and I'm planning to build all the infrastructure right here at the Apex.
So, but would boxers have access to the Performance Institute?
Yeah, I mean, anybody who's under contract, slap fighters have access to it.
Yeah.
Anyone who's under contract with us has access to the PI.
He feels that fight. Like, he does not like what happened in that fight. It gets to him. It annoys him that he wasn't able to perform in the way that he envisioned. In his head, he's justified a lot of that by blaming the opponent, and rightfully so, but it's not just the opponent's fault. And although I'm willing to say it to you, I don't think for that to come out of his mouth, I don't know if you'll get that out of his mouth. You won't get him to admit that, but in his head, he knows. He knows you can't put all of the blame on the opponent.
Chandler, I think poor Chandler wants to wait for Conor McGregor, man, and